My father wasn't in my life growing up. I grew up with just my mom.
Nah, I didn't have my dad in my life.
I don't know him, and I don't worry about him.
He left us when I was 3 months.
I grew up in the Barry Bynum home with my stepdad.
He was probably with me till I was about 5.
He never has taken initiative of trying to be in my life.
And then my mom and him split.
Okay.
So since there, he was never around.
I can barely remember any positive attention from him.
My mom was my father and mother. In reality, she was both.
About 90% of our young dads didn't have a father in their lives. Their fathers were just not present for any number of different reasons.
Since 6th, 7th, 8th grade, I would just spend my time in the streets, doing drugs, doing bad things.
I started gangbanging at I was age 13.
My older brother was kind of my dad figure.
I've always turned to more of my brothers instead of my dad. My dad's always been at work.
He chose to drug deal instead of being a father to me.
Our Young Dads program was founded out of necessity as we saw young teen mothers struggling with having children too early and too unprepared. What was missing were the dads.
When I found out my girl was pregnant, I was probably 16, turning 17.
And the first thing that came in my mind, how the hell am I gonna tell their parents? What am I gonna do? I was scared, I was terrified.
I was 14, that's pretty much when she got pregnant.
I couldn't have the courage to go in and tell her father and her mother that we were expecting a kid.
Cause yeah, the fairy tale is like you have a kid, everything's perfect, you're financially ready, you end up being with them forever. But unfortunately, it doesn't work out that way, always. And are you ready for that?
The thing that's so special about the Young Dads program is that we're not only affecting change on the individuals that come to the program, but it's generational change because it's also going to affect their children. And hopefully their children and their children and so on and so on. So it's affecting change from generations. You got to make sure that you're the one meeting all their needs, you know? It's not just the mom's job to meet their needs. It's the dad's job as well.
We teach them the basics, starting from how to feed their baby, how to diaper their baby, how to hold their baby, how to love their baby, how to just be a great dad.
We also help them with resumes and finding jobs and looking for openings.
Because it's hard to look for a job, and I got jobs before, and so right now I've been 8 months already without looking for a job, and it's hard.
I learned how to the diapers and the potty train, read books to them and things like that.
I've learned how to not have much of a temper with my child, be more patient.
I've been coming to the Young Dads program almost 7 years now.
You know, they're the best teachers and they teach each other. So what I like to do is step back and really ask the group, what does it look like, how do you change a diaper? And we'll let them sit down and teach the others how to do it. We let them hold the dolls during our group, and it's interesting to see them to hold those dolls like they're real.
The hoped for outcomes for the participants in the Young Dads program are, of course, that they would complete as high a level of education as their potential allows, that they would, and from an early age, be able to become providers for their children.
It's also a support group for these guys. It's also a place where they've been able to gain connections in their community and connect with other young fathers.
The Young Dads came up with the idea for the Young Dads Impact Team. That's what they call themselves. They developed that from many discussions about we really want to know, we adults want to know, how do we get our kids not to have kids before they're ready?
The whole purpose of the program is to go in and to give a perspective of a young father that's already been through it.
I think it's a very great idea to go out and talk to middle schools and high schools, especially high schools, because there are many, I'm sure, many sexually active individuals that really don't know what they're getting themselves into.
So that's basically what the Home Intimate program is, but we give information of our program, and if there's going to be guys that are going to be fathers or expecting babies, we try to, you know, bring him in the program too, you know?
As they have developed this, they call it Man to Man. They are the Young Dads Impact Team, and they are a mighty crew. They have a lot to offer, and they believe that, and I believe that, and they will do great things.
Without the Young Dads program, I'd probably be in the streets, just doing bad things, gangs, drugs.
Just be there for him, you know? Since I never had nobody be there for me.
I'll probably be hustling in the streets right now.
I probably wouldn't not have my son with me.
If I wasn't involved in the Young Dads program at an early age, I wouldn't be as active involved with my daughter at all.
The way I'm trying to give back to the program now is to give back the information I received, the way I took it, the way I received it. Hopefully they see it the same way I did as far as how important it is for you to be involved in your child's life.
My hopes for the future is one day being able to run this program and helping other young dads as myself and even younger teenage dads and mothers find this way to this program, because I love this program.
I start thinking about my son. I'm like, I need to finish school. I need to do things right.
One of my hopes and dreams is to go to school and get a good career.
Get a career and see my kids grow up to a certain age.
If me getting educated, I want to either be a cop or a firefighter with a BA degree.
Concentrating on my kids, and I'm just working.
We're all here trying to break that cycle that we ultimately saw as we grew up. That cycle that we try to avoid, but unfortunately we didn't. But now we could give our children the opportunity not to relive that cycle.
We have a lot to learn from them. To me, they should all have a big badge that says hero on it. They're my heroes. I love them.
To become a better president is not to try, it's aim you. Everybody has possibilities. Everybody has goals. Everybody could achieve them.